All right, buckle up because we're about to dive into the absolute mind-bending, reality-warping chaos that is time in our dreams. And let me tell you, if you haven't truly considered this phenomenon, you're missing out on one of the brain's most audacious magic tricks. This isn't just some fluffy new age concept. This is your brain actively screwing with your perception of reality, and it's far more fascinating and, frankly, a little disturbing than you might think. Introduction. The Dreamtime Distortion, a raw deal. Ever woken up from a dream that felt like a damn epic saga? Like you lived a lifetime, fought dragons, founded a dynasty, fell in love, lost it all, and then some? You open your eyes, groggy and disoriented, only to glance at the clock and see 5 minutes. 5 measly minutes. What the hell? Your brain just pulled the rug out from under your entire perception of existence. You just got robbed of hours, perhaps even years, of experiential time, all for the low, low price of a few seconds of REM sleep. That, my friends, is the grand deception of dream time, and it's time we talked about it. The universal betrayal. We've all been there. Don't act like you haven't been there. Every single one of us, at some point, has been subjected to this cerebral con job. It's a common human experience. This feeling that time in a dream stretches and warps in ways our waking minds simply cannot comprehend. You go on a year-long quest, you traverse continents, you master a new skill, you graduate from a mystical university, and then your alarm clock rudely yanks you back to the mundane reality where you've just been lying there drooling on your pillow for an unceremonious blink. It's almost insulting, isn't it? Our subconscious promises us grand narratives only to deliver them in hyperspeed, compressed, almost indigestible chunks. The why? What the hell is going on in there? So, why does our brain pull this fast one? What's the science behind this temporal anarchy? Well, let's strip away the mystical fluff for a second and get to the gritty truth. It largely comes down to what's happening during REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. This isn't some gentle slumber, this is when your brain goes into overdrive. It's a chaotic, highly active state where your neural pathways are firing like a deranged fireworks display. During REM, your brain isn't just idling, it's performing crucial tasks, consolidating memories, processing emotions, problem solving, and basically defragmenting your entire mental hard drive. And to do all that, it can accelerate its internal clock, process information at an astonishing rate. Think of it like a supercomputer running simulations at thousands of frames per second, while you, the conscious observer, are only vaguely aware of the output. The events themselves aren't actually lasting hours. Your brain is just rendering them so efficiently, so densely, that your subjective experience of them feels prolonged. The brain as a time-bending architect, more than just processing. But it's not just about speed, it's about how your brain constructs narratives. In a dream, sensory input is internal. There are no external clocks, no sun rising and setting at a predictable pace. Your brain is the sole architect of reality, and it decides what time means. It can stack experiences on top of each other, compress redundant moments, or expand a single intense emotion into what feels like an eternity. It's not limited by the laws of physics that govern our waking world. It's an unchecked dictator of duration. And because your critical faculties are largely offline, you just accept it. You experience this compressed reality as a seamless, often lengthy, sequence of events. It's less about the actual tick-tock of a clock, and more about the amount of information and emotional intensity your brain packs into those few seconds. The unsettling implications is your life shorter in your dreams. Now, here's where it gets a little unsettling. If your brain can cram a lifetime into minutes, what does that say about your actual perception of time? Are we experiencing less real time than we think because our brains are just so good at rendering? It makes you question the very nature of what living means. Are the years we perceive as long and winding simply a slower render speed by our waking consciousness? And what about those moments in a crisis, when time seems to slow down and you perceive every microsecond? That's your brain in overdrive, just like in a dream. It's the same mechanism, just applied to a different context. It's a stark reminder that our perception of time is not some objective constant, but a malleable, highly subjective construct of our own grey matter. The lucid dreamer's conundrum: can you hack time? This temporal elasticity also throws a wrench into the fascinating world of lucid dreaming. If you can become aware you're dreaming, can you then manipulate this dream time? Can you consciously stretch those 5 minutes into an actual hour of subjective experience? Some lucid dreamers claim they can. They report being able to spend weeks in a dream world, learning skills, exploring vast landscapes, all while their physical body barely registers a change in the real world. If true, that's not just a parlor trick. That's a genuine cheat code for life. Imagine the possibilities. Mastering a musical instrument, learning a new language, practicing complex theories, all within the compressed timeline of a dream. It's a tantalizing prospect that suggests our brains hold the ultimate simulator. Beyond dreams, the broader philosophical question. This isn't just about what happens when you're asleep. It sparks a broader philosophical question. Is the speed of our experience the true measure of our lives? If you live a rich, intense, information-packed 5 minutes in a dream, is that somehow more living than 5 mundane minutes in waking life? It challenges our linear understanding of existence. It suggests that perhaps the quality and density of our experiences, not just the ticking hands of a clock, are what truly define our journey. Your brain is a universe of subjective time, constantly creating and destroying its own temporal laws. Conclusion: embrace the weirdness, question everything. So, the next time you wake up feeling like you've just returned from an epic journey and the clock tells you otherwise, don't just dismiss it. Embrace the weirdness. Appreciate the sheer audacity of your own brain. It's a master illusionist, bending and breaking the very fabric of time within the confines of your skull. It's a reminder that reality, even our most fundamental perceptions of it, is far more fluid and manipulated than we often dare to imagine. And maybe, just maybe, that compressed dream time isn't a betrayal, but a gift, a glimpse into the limitless potential of your own consciousness to experience more in less than you ever thought possible. Now go forth and question every second.